Just ahead on American Black Journal, it's almost time for Detroit's Great Neighborhood Tradition. We'll get the details on this year's Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day. Plus, a National Women's Business Conference comes to Detroit for the first time. Stay right there. American Black Journal starts now.
American Black Journal is funded by the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, a partner with communities where children come first.
How does diversity bring energy to us all? At DTE Energy, we believe that it's the contributions of all that build great communities. As a company, we grow stronger by welcoming the unique perspectives of everyone. As community members, we support our state's broad culture and heritage. From working closely with women and minority-owned suppliers to embracing our local cultures, DTE Energy is powering diversity. The DTE Energy Foundation is a proud sponsor of Detroit Public Television. Masco Corporation is proud to manufacture innovative and environmentally friendly products for the home. Delta Faucets, Craft Made in Maryland cabinets, and Behr brand paints have all been designed with you in mind. Masco and its family of companies, serving Michigan communities since 1929.
Welcome to American Black Journal. I'm Stephen Henderson. Now in its 12th year, the Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day has fast become a tradition across the city. On August 4th, thousands of volunteers are going to participate in more than 100 community service projects and special activities. Here's a brief look at last year's event.
For me, Neighborhoods Day is an event where all the neighborhoods in Detroit can come together in different spots close to them. Detroit is a city that goes through things, goes through changes, ups and downs. However, it is a city of love and light and beauty.
Well, Neighborhoods Day is a community-wide celebration that really focuses on the strength of the community here in Detroit. This is the 11th annual. For the city of Detroit, I think it zeroes in on what's most important, and that's the people in the community. And we have a lot of interest in places, but this is an opportunity for all of the people who live in the surrounding areas to really have a chance to focus on what's going really well in the places where they live.
I think anytime you can create an environment that shows that there's care and love and support and makes it a welcoming place to come to be, I think makes a big impact.
Joining me now is Arise Detroit's Executive Director, Luther Keith, along with two community partners, David Silver, who's the founder of Detroit Horsepower, and Bill Luce, who is past president of 100 Black Men of Greater Detroit. Welcome to American Black Journal.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. So Luther, 12 years. Where did the time go?
I don't know. It's been an amazing ride, Stephen. Again, thank you for providing us this opportunity. But this is such a testament to the people in the neighborhoods of Detroit, people who love Detroit. And the neighborhood today has grown from a relatively small event to a huge event. And it's because of the people of Detroit. And this really shows how people in Detroit believe in their community, want to work to make it better, have a lot of pride, and it's an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, how many neighborhoods actually participate in it now?
Well, I know we're going to have over 100 registrations, probably over 200, and all over the city, literally every zip code, from the riverfront all the way out to 8 Mile Road, Southwest Detroit, East Side, West Side. So it's a day for everybody, as one participant says, Neighborhoods a day when every neighborhood feels big,
Yeah.
and that's what we want to do. Every neighborhood is important. We started using that even for certain people running for re-election, and the rest of the world has kind of caught up.
Yeah. Talk about the activities that actually take place.
Well,
on
Neighborhoods
Neighborhood
Day is really kind of every activity. A lot of people focus on the fact that we are going to have over 100 cleanup and beautification projects. We also have festivals. We have health fairs, as you're going to hear about. We have events with horses that you're going to hear about. We have concerts. We have back-to-school events. We have events for seniors, events for old people. We have art exhibitions. We have a huge exhibition out on Belle Isle. The Grandmont Association is going to have one. There's going to be a huge festival with thousands of people out there in the Brightmoor, out there in the Artist Village. So really something for everybody. And I literally get in my car and drive all over the city on Neighborhoods Day.
Do you?
And never see them all.
That's right. You can't get to everybody, right? Bill, talk about your involvement with this.
Yeah, well, this year, the 100 Black Men of Greater Detroit is partnering with Luther and Arise Detroit to present our annual health fair. We haven't been doing it 12 years. I think we've been doing it about 10 years.
Yeah.
But we offer on that day, we're going to be partnering with People's Community Church, and Blue Cross Blue Shield is our primary sponsor. But we'll be offering health screenings from everything from high blood pressure, diabetes, HIV/AIDS. We'll offer some financial education classes. We'll also offer some Zumba demonstrations, cooking demonstrations. Everything is around health, both physically and financially.
Yeah.
And we invite all to come by and get screenings and whatnot. And also, as an added bonus this year, Jason Hall, who founded Slow Roll,
Slow Roll, sure.
is actually organizing a bike ride on the same day.
There we go. We got to have a bike ride.
Got to have
right?
a bike ride. Yeah.
What about Detroit Horsepower?
So Detroit Horsepower has been bringing students from Detroit to partnering facilities outside the city since 2015, but Neighborhoods Day gives us a phenomenal opportunity to bring the horses to the communities where our kids live and have people experience what it would be like for horses to be in their neighborhood as we move closer to our long-term goal, which is repurposing vacant land in the city for a new urban horseback riding center where kids can enjoy horses and
What
character
a great
development all
idea
year
that
round.
would be. So when I was a kid, there was horseback riding on Belle Isle.
Yes.
You guys probably remember
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to reignite that here in the city?
Absolutely. We think horses combine, positive youth development for our young people, as well as the opportunity to transform open space into a valuable community asset. And so we'll be bringing horses to the Hope Village neighborhood as we get to know whether this is a good fit for horses to be a part of Hope Village going forward.
That's very cool. Talk about the status of our neighborhoods as a whole right now. It's a word we use a little more now in Detroit than we did in recent years.
Our neighborhoods are a work in progress.
Yeah.
We have not arrived at where we want to get, but I think we aren't where we were. And of course, Neighborhoods Today started the idea back in the bad old days, if you will, when a lot of people wrote off the city, a lot there for all this investment. And I think what we're seeing now is a lot of this investment in Midtown. There's been so much focus on that now there's a real focus on the neighborhoods, and you're seeing a lot of foundations and corporations there. The issue of equity and how we bring the city back for everybody has come up. So I think we're starting to see that. It's starting to trickle in. People get more excited about big developments like Ford buying Corktown for obvious reasons.
Sure.
But if somebody offers a coffee shop or a small retailer selling clothes in Southwest Detroit, that's not going to get a huge. But I think the wave of the neighborhoods in the future, along with things like crime and education, is the retail entrepreneurial base. We have an incredible entrepreneurial base here that's thriving and growing in Detroit. We have millennials coming in here now. We're coming back to Detroit. So I think that Neighborhoods Day is really on the cutting edge of Detroit's future. I think you're seeing what Detroit aspires to be over the next 10, 20 years, and on Neighborhoods Day, and that's the wonderful thing about Dave is doing. 100 Black Men is doing, it's become a magnet to lift up all these incredible things about Detroit in one magnificent day. And so our neighborhoods are in transition. We have to keep working. We cannot, but I think the most important thing, that won't happen, they cannot be forgotten. They are important. So as you make all these other moves, what neighborhoods are doing, I think you've seen that in some of our government officials, some of our council people, we're focusing on affordable housing, development, and we keep that forefront, and this will truly be a city for everybody. I think that's important.
Health is not just important because it's important overall, but it's really important in places like Detroit where we have so many challenges with the majority African American population in particular, but also the high poverty rate. The focus on that for this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting how we got to this point. We've done this, as I said, for a number of years, and we actually did it on the same day as the Rise
that
Detroit
right?
to be
Yeah,
passed.
okay.
And we wondered why nobody came. Well, it's because they were all there. They were all there, right? So it made sense for us to partner and collaborate with Luther and his organization, because on this day we will talk about health, because as you say, the health disparities within the city of Detroit are just, the statistics just stagger you if you think about it.
Yeah.
And we hope to bring awareness to those issues. Again, healthy eating is a part of it, as well as just understanding where you are from a baseline standpoint. And it really started out targeted at African American men, but we then recognized we really needed to focus on the family as a whole and their health initiatives.
Yeah. And the Detroit Horsepower sort of reminds me of the strong need to lift up recreation for kids in the city. It's something else that's not quite where it should be.
Absolutely. Recreation and also education. Detroit's future is in its neighborhoods and Detroit's future is in its children. We need to make sure that our education system is providing an equitable education for all our kids, and that they should have access to recreational opportunities and skill building opportunities that their privileged peers in the suburbs take for granted.
One of the things I love about Neighborhoods Day is that it's not something that city government came up with and said, hey, we're going to do this. You came up with this idea.
Well, me and my board members and Jane Thomas, the late Jane Thomas, actually came up with the idea of us doing something on every neighborhood in Detroit. We thought she was crazy, but we've done it. And that's one of the great things about Neighborhoods Day. It's literally everywhere. People say, where it's going to be? Where's it going to be? We're conditioned to go down to Belle Isle or Hart Plaza, but this is truly a decentralized event. Everybody decides to do their own thing. People will call us and say, what should I do? Where's it going to be? What time should I say? No, you decide all that. We don't decide any of that. You decide that. But I think that's a great thing about it, because this is truly a reflection of the hearts and spirit of people in the neighborhoods. At Rise Detroit, we issue no edicts about doing this or doing that. But amazingly, people have been part of it. I mean, we do charge a modest $50 registration fee, and we counted it out. We actually give about $400 in services, which include cleanup supplies, banners, T-shirts, and marketing support, water, movie passes, and all the rest of that. But through the generosity of our sponsors. But we want media and marketing support, and I think the community has embraced, as I've said before, Neighborhoods Day is not an idea whose time has come. It's an idea that the people want to come to. And that's what made it. It's truly a reflection of the will of the people, not one organization, not one preacher, not one politician. People all over the city have made this thing happen.
Do you feel like you're moving the needle in the way that makes people think about neighborhoods throughout the year and not just on
Absolutely,
this day?
because what happens a lot of times is people form collaborations. A lot of times people will call me and say, well, I don't have a block club. And I say, well, why don't you start it? And so Neighborhoods Day has really been a magnet. And when people see other folks doing stuff, that's why I told value opportunity to talk like this. When people see and hear about this, it inspires them. And doing the work is important, but seeing the work, feeling the work is important. And I say every movement has a communication vehicle. You can think every movement in history, they have it. And so, reinvigorating our neighborhoods has to have that as well. And that's kind of the thing that has made it grow. And every year people see that. And again, people in Detroit have been written off so many times. You're the last this, you're the worst that, but that has never stopped them. I'm an old sports writer. I used to try to predict who's going to win and by how much, and half the time they're wrong. But I think we're getting it right, and it's a great thing to be. The thing if you could drive around neighborhoods, say what you see, everybody says everybody is smiling, everybody is happy, no one is at each other's throats. And in these times,
it's a pretty special day.
We need more of that. We really do. And Neighborhoods Day has been an instrument for that.
All right. Well, congratulations on the 12th year of Neighborhoods Day, and thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And if you want to register, go to our website, risedetroit.org.
We'll have the website on our website. So
Thanks
we'll make sure everybody gets out.
Thanks again, Steve. Come on down. Come on over to the city, and love to see you. Thanks again, Steve, for having us.
All right. Up next, a National Women's Business Conference comes to Detroit. But first, we continue our look back at this program over the last 50 years. In this 1991 Detroit Black Journal interview, Wally Amos, the founder of Famous Amos Cookies, talks about his work with Literacy Volunteers of America.
When you have something as a priority, you'll make time to do it.
Right.
And what I suggest is people should make serving a priority. They should make giving, they should make volunteering their time. a priority. And there's a lot of people out there that need their help desperately. But what they're going to discover is you're going to get involved and you're going to feel that, you know, well, I'm doing all this to help this person learn how to read or to help LVA. No. That's really not why you give. You become the beneficiary of it. I want to tell you, the tutors and the people who get involved with this from a volunteer standpoint receive far more than they could ever give. I know I have, and I've not tutored, but I have really been very, very closely involved with it for years. And God, just the feeling, you know, of knowing that I helped start something here in Detroit that's now helping, you know, hundreds of people
across the country.
There is no amount of money that could ever replace that. That's making a positive contribution to this community, this planet, you know. So that's why people want to get involved. And you make time for that because it's important.
The Women's Business Enterprise National Council just wrapped up its 19th annual conference right here in Detroit. It was the first time the city has hosted the event and its 6,000 attendees. The conference attracts women business owners from across the country who get a chance to meet with representatives from national and international corporations. Here to tell us more is LaCathy Burston of the Great Lakes Women's Business Council, which served as the Detroit host, and Lauren H., who is owner of Our Own Apparel. Welcome to American Black Journal.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell me about this conference this week.
Well, we were excited. It is the first time it's ever been in Detroit, and it was a great success. Detroiters came out and they attended and they supported us. Michigan, we had over 1,000 attendees directly from Michigan.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, and the corporates, they stepped up, our corporations, and they really just put down everything to make it happen.
Yeah. So describe what goes on at this.
Well, at the conference, we offer a lot of workshops for education and training to sustain and grow women's businesses. We offer matchmakers where the corporations actually meet with individuals one-on-one. And we offer fun times, entertainment. We had a great time last night. We offer a number of things that help women be able to grow.
Yeah. I mean, the idea here is to connect them, I guess, with the decision makers, the sort of power brokers who can help them.
Connect them with each other.
Yeah.
So business to business, women support women, and then definitely to give them opportunities with corporations they normally would not have.
Right.
Yes, to open those doors.
Yeah. Lauren, tell me about Our Own Apparel.
Well, Our Own Apparel, we made a collection of high-performance patented undergarments for men and women in uniform. And we were certified as a woman-owned business 2 years ago, and we were able to attend the conference in Las Vegas. And this year we were so excited to be able to attend it.
You had to stay home,
right?
Yeah,
I had to stay home in Lansing. I'm from Lansing, but yeah, I come to Detroit. So we were very excited to be able to attend this year in Detroit.
Yeah. Talk about some of the challenges that you face as a female-owned business.
Absolutely. Well, some of the things that we kind of come across, and especially me going into uniform garments, police departments and things like that, definitely having to kind of come in and really, kind of make my pitch and make sure that I'm prepared to do what's necessary, for their company and really providing a solution. I mean, some of the other issues that we face is sustainability and being able to hire in people that are going to be good hires. But also, finding the raw products that are necessary to produce our product.
Capital is always an issue with any business. Is that a different kind of issue when you're a female-owned business? Bigger challenge?
For me, I haven't across that issue necessarily, but I know that it can be an issue. Just being a woman, wanting to know, okay, is your business going to do what is necessary for it to get to those levels of being able to, pay an investor back,
right.
And all those different things. So we cross a lot of, bridges that, it's a risk when you're when you're an entrepreneur. It's always going to be a risk, but you got to take those steps of faith to really move in the way that you need to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, yes, we also, Great Lakes Women's Business Council is the host for this conference. We do offer capital assistance to our women business owners and other minorities, which is titled Seed Lending. We also offer training with the SBA Women's Center. We recently began business development for the city of Detroit, and of course, you know, we are known for our certification of women business owners.
Right.
Yes, and right now, presently, we have about 1,400 women business owners locally.
Wow.
And we're really excited about that. We're growing.
Yes.
And what about 98 corporate members supporting us?
Yeah.
So,
what do you hear from them about the things that we're seeing sort of turn the corner in Detroit? All of this activity and excitement.
Here, the women?
Are they?
Oh, they're excited.
Yeah.
They're excited. And it was exciting to hear on our travels back the women say so many positive things about Detroit, how beautiful it was in the water and enjoying being able to just be here. But in regards to the women's success, they are very successful. We offer such great programming. So that they have the ability, and you can attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, they have the ability and they have the knowledge right at hand so they can grow. And if there is a problem, we work directly with them.
Yeah. That growth question is tricky for any business owner.
Absolutely. Well, I was able to attend one of their events in Novi, and there was a lot of breakout sessions that was able to prepare you to have those conversations with corporate members, to know what they're looking for, to know what they expect, to make sure that you have the correct capabilities to do business with these larger corporations. And I think that's a big piece when you're an entrepreneur, is to be able to sit at the table and have a conversation with them and not lose their attention. And the Great Lakes Women Business Council is able to provide those tools and resources so that we know how to be prepared.
So tell me about the things that you experienced this week during the conference. Did things go well?
They went very well. I actually was able to do 2 pitches. I did a pitch for a private meeting with the Transportation Society or group with the airlines, the postal services. Then I was also able to do, it's called a We Innovate. It's a pitch competition where you get to pitch your business in front of all of the corporate buyers. Very nervous, but it went really well, and I had some really great responses and some really fruitful meetings with some very large corporations, Disney, MGM, and a couple other ones. So
I'm curious, what made you decide this was what you wanted to do?
Absolutely. So when I played basketball at Michigan State University, and then I went overseas and played professionally. And when I came back, I started to design custom suits for women. And while in that business, I produced a suit for my former coach at Michigan State, and she had a sweating issue from working on the sidelines. And so I designed an undershirt for her specifically because we were redoing her suits a lot because of the sweat. And what ended up happening is that pivoted into a business where we produce, we patented all of our garments. And so what we do is we work with uniformed workers to allow them to feel comfortable and be able to execute what's necessary. We also have phase change materials that are able to keep the body one temperature. So it allows people to do what they need to do.
What was the point at which you decided, hey, this is a business that I can do on my own? I mean, that's a big step.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, I'm definitely a woman of faith, and I remember, when we first, started having the conversation with Coach Merchant and talking about this, and we actually designed the shirt, and she found out there was such a benefit from it. From that point on, I was able to sit down with a silent investor and pitch my product, and they believed in it, and it was something that they felt could move forward, and it was just women first, and then we moved in. We were able to pivot into all the other collections of leggings, underwear, undershirts, headbands, everything else you could think of, and people. We had such a resounding response from people when we did our pilot testing with the United States Postal Service and a couple other larger companies, and they're like, yeah, this is a problem we didn't even know we had, and when they were dealing with with customers, and
Yeah.
you know, when people see someone visibly sweating,
Yeah.
you know, they draw conclusions.
Yeah.
You know, they're making judgments
About, sure.
about what's going on with the
Yeah.
person. You know,
Yeah.
and there's some statistics that show that people feel that they're unfit,
Yeah.
you know, unhealthy, and
Right.
potentially unprepared. So
And that can harm your business chances, right?
harm your brand.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Okay, well, congratulations on hosting the conference this year, and congratulations to you on all the work.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
That's our program for today. Thanks for watching. You can get more information about our guests at AmericanBlackJournal.org. And as always, you can connect with us on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll see you next time.
As American Black Journal looks ahead at the next 50 years, we want to hear from you, the viewers. Tell us what you think of this program and what you'd like to see on future episodes. Visit AmericanBlackJournal.org to take a quick survey and share your opinion. Thank you.
American Black Journal is funded by the W.K. Kellogg Foundation, a partner with communities where children come first.
How does diversity bring energy to us all? At DTE Energy, we believe that it's the contributions of all that build great communities. As a company, we grow stronger by welcoming the unique perspectives of everyone. As community members, we support our state's broad culture and heritage. From working closely with women and minority-owned suppliers to embracing our local cultures, DTE Energy is powering diversity. The DTE Energy Foundation is a proud sponsor of Detroit Public Television. Masco Corporation is proud to manufacture innovative and environmentally friendly products for the home. Delta Faucets, Craft-Made in Merillat cabinets, and Behr brand paints have all been designed with you in mind. Masco and its family of companies, serving Michigan communities since 1929.